Hey you guys, it is me, your favorite math teacher. I'm here doing some finding slope-intercept form, and point slope form. And again, don't forget to follow me on Instagram and YouTube at YouWantAlgebra and find plenty of my videos in there. All right, so we're looking at finding the slope for these 2 points. So we're going to label one of them x1, y1, and then we're going to do the other set x2, y2. And yes, I usually just pick the first set to be the 1s and the second to be the 2s. So when we're finding the slope formula, again, hopefully you have known this already. It is y2 minus y1 over x2 minus x1. And then you're just going to plug in the numbers. So my y2, I just said was 2. So I'm going to plug that in. And then we're going to minus the y1, which we just said was 4. And then we're going to do the same thing here. X2 is the 2, and my x1 is a negative 2. Be really careful when you put in a negative number after the minus sign because it is minus that negative number. So don't forget to put that second negative there. All right, 2 minus 4 is negative 2. And 2 minus a negative 2 is actually plus 2. That's 4. And so you've got a negative 2 over 4, which reduces down to a negative 1/2. So that is the slope for this. Now, we have the slope. So if I want to do it, we'll go over here to point slope form. If we're doing point slope form, all we need to do is pick a point. Doesn't matter which one. So I'm just going to pick the easier one that has no negatives. Makes it more, more simplistic. And so when we're doing point slope form, it's written like this. So it's y minus your y coordinate, y1. And again, any point is good, is fine, as long as it's one of the points on the line. And then we do equals, and then we have our m, which is our slope, and then we do x minus the x1. So again, be very careful when you're just plugging in numbers. You're just replacing the numbers where they are. So we now know the slope is negative 1/2, so I'm going to replace, whoops, I'm throwing my pencil around. We're replacing that slope here with a negative 1/2. Now this x minus stays the way that it is, and so does the y minus. And then we just pick one of the 2 points that we're given. So we're given the 2. I'm just going to use the 2 and the 2. And all I do is plug them in right here and right here. And there's your point slope form. Now, I want to do slope-intercept form. So I am going to simply distribute this. And I'm just going to show you how to just do it this way because it's simpler probably. So obviously the y minus 2 we're going to leave the way that it is for right now. We are going to distribute the negative 1/2 to both the x and then the negative 1/2 to the negative 2. So y minus 2 will stay y minus 2 for right at the moment. And then a negative 1/2 times x is going to be negative 1/2 x. And then we're going to do negative 1/2 times a negative 2, which is actually a positive 1. So 1/2 of 2 is 1, and obviously negative times a negative is positive. Now, I do want to get the y by itself, so I need to get rid of that minus 2 by adding 2 to both sides. And those are gone. Y equals negative 1/2 x. And 1 plus 2 is 3. And there is your slope-intercept form. So slope-intercept form, your slope, and of course, your point slope form. If you'd like more questions on this, you can find them on my YouTube channel, YouWantAlgebra. Check them out on Instagram as well. And my playlist for these is under Writing Linear Equations.